It's the official comeback of the VIP signals on Telegram, and I'm so happy to say that we have made 120 pips so far under just one single day, which is of course Monday. And as we can see, my friends, these are the signals which we have sent today on the VIP group, and of course we have added now the risk to reward ratio for the signals. Of course, it's really simple. We have to risk 1% to gain 1.2%. We have to risk here 1% to gain 5.5% profit. And as you can see, the take profit number 1 here is only 48 pips. Take profit number 2 right here is 100 pips. Take profit number 1 here is 30 pips. We have actually reached these profits, and of course we can see one simple small loss of 10 pips. That is the new shape of the Xtreme Trader VIP signals. The losses are very small and tight, meanwhile the profits are gonna be bigger than before. Of course there will be some bad days, but however many days are gonna be hopefully profitable and very good. So of course we are so excited for the new shape of the VIP signals. I highly encourage everyone to give it a try, and just don't listen to the haters. Try it yourself to believe it. Anyway, we are doing so well so far, and hopefully this week is gonna end up in more than 1,000 pips of profit. Of course, until then, I hope guys we will see you there. So of course, if you wish to join the VIP signals, please don't hesitate to contact our support. You will find their contact details in the description below this video. Contact them today, and hopefully we will see you there. So the signals have thankfully went in the right direction. Sadly, none of them have been triggered, and as you can see, all of them have reached the take profit level. However, of course, the USD CHF is a different story. Of course, it didn't work, but thankfully I have warned everyone on the free group about that to close it soon. As we can see right here, this is from the free group of Telegram, and I had told actually everyone to please cancel the USD CHF signal, because seeing the price action and the momentum and the volume, I decided that the signal is no longer valid. And as you can see, I sent the notification so early, exactly at the entry point. So my advice to everyone, my friends, join the free group to receive these kinds of notifications. If you want to be updated about these signals or the weekly signals on YouTube, you will find these kind of notifications about the signals, so you will avoid losing big amount if the signal did not work. So anyway, let's now begin the midweek analysis, and let's now start with the Euro USD. So regarding this pair, I believe we are going to continue buying the Euro USD. The question is where exactly we can start buying the pair. The answer, my friends, lies exactly on the support trend lines. Now we can see clearly that the market here is actually respecting that level of a support trend line. So eventually what we had right here is oh my goodness, 1 second, I forgot to adjust this one. So what we're having right here is actually a respected level of the support trend line repeatedly. Then we had here the final bearish breakout from that level. Now, remarkably, the market actually has failed to create even one single attempt of a resistance trend line. Even though we had here a strong resistance levels, still the market has actually failed to create a new resistance trend line. Now, what we can actually expect and hope for is another pullback for that support trend line to be revisited again, and hopefully the Euro USD is going to respect that level, which means we have to look right now on the on the left side for a strong support level, so we can actually support buying this the Euro USD from this level. Now check this out, exactly right there, my friends. Check this out. This level was actually strong as a support. I'm just scrolling more to the left side to see the history of this pair, and as you can see, it was actually, as you can see, a strong level of a support. Scroll back to the right side to the current time. As you can see right here, it was indeed a strong support level. Let me just adjust this line right here to make it perfectly match along with that support right there and right there and right there. Of course, this is the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle. So if we scroll now to the right again, we can see that that was the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle, which is actually the retest of the broken resistance right here at 1.07057, which means we just have to wait for the Euro USD to fall for about 38 pips before we can start buying it. Most likely, my friends, that level of a support, the trend line, is gonna be respected again. Now the question is, if we buy the pair, where exactly we can close the trade in profit? Moving now to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, we can notice right here that we're actually facing a strong resistance level. However, with that strong bullish movement and that support trend line, I believe that the Euro USD is eventually gonna make the breakout from that level of a support of a resistance, for a simple reason. We're having here, of course, that level of a resistance trend line, and check this out. This was the resistance trend line for multiple times. Actually, it was holding the position since February 2022. And again, back in November 2022, and lately in December 2022, and right now January, we had the bullish breakout from it. Now that indicates that the Euro USD might indeed fall right here, respect that level of a support trend line, and afterwards it's gonna immediately break out from that level of a resistance, and it's going to continue the rise till it reach at least the resistance level right there at, I think, 1.08270. Let me just confirm the levels. Exactly right there. That's gonna be our target, which means we can actually expect to start to close this trade in a profit after it rises for about 141 pips. Hopefully gonna be in good profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone, let me just for the safe zone, of course, since we are actually relying on that level of a support trend line, then the safe zone shouldn't be actually ranging lower than the level of the broken resistance right here at 1.06346, which means the safe zone is ranging for about I would say 67 pips against 145 pips of profit. Moving now to the pound USD. Alright, so regarding the pound USD, of course, it went also in the right direction. The pair has actually hit the take profit level, but sadly the signal hasn't been triggered. Let's see now, my friends, what we can do together with this pair. Now, of course, the first thing that we can notice right here is the very strong bullish movement. Let's now move to the daily chart. On the daily chart right now, what we can notice right here is actually a broken level of a support exactly right there at 1.21228. Now, remarkably, this level has actually become a resistance for only one single attempt. Then finally, we had here the strong bullish breakout candle. Now, upon the pressure from the resistance right here at 1.22002, we can actually expect from the pair to actually reverse, make a pullback, and afterwards we can expect from the market to fall for about 74 pips, and there we can start buying the pound USD. But let's now move to the 4-hour time frame just to confirm the entry. Now, remarkably, again, we can see right here that the market has already reached that level, so meaning we already have here a support number 1. Now all we need to do, my friends, is just simply buy the same level at support number 2. I think it's a very simple and straightforward analysis. However, just to confirm it, let's use the support trend lines, and as you can see, I think it just matches up along with our analysis. This is the support trend line. As you can see, it has been respected repeatedly. Then we had 1 and 2 fake breakouts, which means we have to wait for the market to reverse upon the pressure from the resistance right there, and we can start hopefully buying the pound USD again from that level and hoping for it to reverse. I don't think that the pair is going to be able to ignore the pressure from that support at 1.21228. Of course, if we do that, the take profit level has to be placed again at the absolute highest level of the resistance right there at 1.22393. And I think it's really important to mention that in this case, it's going to be fine to buy again after the pair reverse from the take profit level. Why? Because we are actually expecting from the market eventually to reach that level of a resistance. Sooner or later, it's gonna reach it. So if it didn't reach it right now, it might reach it later. So meaning, if the market is gonna make a pullback right now at the moment while I'm speaking, that's gonna be good. So we can buy the pair sooner and we can wait for it to reach that level of a resistance. If the market is going to continue the rise to reach the take profit level, it's also going to be fine because we are actually expecting from it to make a pullback and reverse upon the pressure from that support, and it's going to continue the rise to hit the third attempt of the resistance, because this is the second attempt of the resistance, and right here we're having the first attempt as well. That means we're actually expecting to make approximately that's wrong, 117 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't be ranging lower than the nearest level of a support right here at 1.20513, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 66 pips against 117 pips of profit. Moving now to the AUD USD. All right, so let's now see what we can do next with this pair. Of course, it's almost there at the take profit level. Let's now analyze the AUD USD to see what we can do next with the remaining days of this week. Now, moving back to the daily chart. Now, again, on the daily chart, the first thing that we can notice as well is the resistance level right there at 0.68840. And if we look at the left side, we can see clearly it was a very strong key support level exactly right there. Which actually has been respected repeatedly over multiple times since May 2022. That, of course, cannot be ignored, and I don't think we need actually to analyze it with the support trend lines. However, it's important to mention that we're having here also a resistance trend line, which has been recently broken out from, and therefore we can actually expect from the AUD USD to fall for about 46 pips before we can start buying it. Another way to confirm this entry, of course, is by using the resistance trend line, and check this out. Exactly, that's perfect. We can notice right here that we are having here this triangle, and it seems like the AUD USD has actually been able to leave that channel. Now it's reversing upon the pressure from the resistance right here at 0.69630, which means this pullback right here is going to be a good opportunity for us to start buying this pair. Moving to the 4-hour time frame. Now again, on the 4-hour time frame, if I scroll now to the left side, now we need to identify the strongest level of a support right here. We have to match up along with it. So therefore, I believe there exactly. That's perfect. Check this out. This was indeed, my friends, a perfect level to match up along with the support level where we are actually planning to start buying the AUD USD again. That's actually better. Let me just get rid of the resistance and support trend lines. Therefore, we have to start buying the AUD USD after it falls for about 57 pips. It's going to be our good opportunity. However, the take profit level is going to be placed just right there at the nearest strong key resistance level, which can be spotted right there and right here as well. Exactly at 0.70069, which means the take profit level is going to give us about 141 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right there exactly. That level of a support and that support also is going to be the edge of the safe zone, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 58 pips against 141 pips of profit. Let's now move to the USD CAD. Alright, so the USD CAD has already begun the reversal. Of course, it has reached the take profit level, but sadly did not trigger our sell level. Let's see now what we can do next with this pair. Actually, the first thing that I can see right here on that level of on this chart is this resistance right there. That resistance exactly at 1.34185, actually to be even more precise, it's right there. At 1.34147. That level of a resistance is most likely going to be respected again, and hopefully the market is going to reverse after reaching that level after it rises for about 37 pips. Now the reason why I'm relying on that level of a previous resistance is simply by seeing that support trend line just like that, and as you can see, the support trend line has actually been respected repeatedly. Then we had here the bearish breakout from it. Now we can start actually buying exactly at the retest of the broken level of a support trend line when the market is getting ready to create the new resistance trend line. Also, this is the nearest strong key resistance level to that bearish breakout candle. So everything here says that the USD CAD should actually be able to reverse upon the pressure from the previous resistance, which means we can actually start shorting the pair right here, and the take profit level should actually be placed right there at the nearest strong key support level to our entry at 1.33178, which means we are aiming approximately 96 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone won't actually be ranging higher than this level of a resistance, just right there exactly. This is the peak of the resistance at 1.34576, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 41 pips only against 98 pips of profit. Moving now to the USD JPY. Alright, so the USD JPY signal, my friends, it seems to me like right now the market is getting ready to reach our entry level after it fall for about another 100 pips, which is going to be taking a while. But I believe the waiting is going to worth it. I believe the USD JPY eventually going to reach or to retest that level of a support. As we have mentioned earlier, 100 pips for the USD JPY is really nothing actually. We can see this candle of today, actually, not today. This is 6th of January has appeared. This candle has alone fallen for about 200 pips. This candle right here today, this is today, 9th of January. The candle has alone went down for about 90 pips. Therefore, it's easy to expect from the USD JPY to continue the fall for about 97 pips before we can start placing the buy order. I think the USD JPY signal should remain the same and we can actually expect from it to be activated by tomorrow. Therefore, this signal remains the same. Moving now to the USD CHF. Alright, so of course the USD CHF signal has failed, and as I told you, my friends, the volume here and the momentum was so strong on this pair, so therefore I have given up on it and decided to send everyone the notification on the free Telegram group to tell them to close it, and hopefully they have listened and closed it in break even or maybe a small loss. Again, we will do everything we can to make sure, my friends, that you will end up in profit with Xtreme Trader. Now, moving to the daily chart, we need to understand how the USD CHF is moving. Now, from the first sight, the USD CHF seems to be very strong bearish at the moment. Now, we can see that the candle is making a pullback, but the problem here is that the market actually has created here a support trend line, and that support trend line seems like it has been actually breaking out from, exactly from there. This was indeed the bearish breakout from that support trend line, which means we can actually expect from the market to rise again for about 35 pips, where we can start shorting the USD CHF after it retests the broken level of a support trend line. This candle, the daily candle, still has about 3 hours for the closure, and I believe it's going to end up a strong bearish candle. The volume here and the momentum is so strong, and it seems to me like the USD CHF has no chance for a bullish reversal at the moment. Moving back to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, all we need to do right now is identifying the strong nearest resistance level where we can actually expect from the market to continue the bearish reversal. That can be spotted exactly right there. Let me just be more precise, exactly from there. At 0.92525. We just have to wait for the market to rise for about 47 pips before we can actually start shorting it. That seems to me like a very strong key resistance level, and on the daily chart, if we check the left side, we can notice how the market has repeatedly respected that level of a resistance over the time. That being said, if this candle has actually closed as a strong bearish candle, I don't see any way that the market is going to be able to continue the rise, and most likely it's going to give up upon the pressure from that resistance and it's going to start the fall. That being said, the target, my friends, has to be placed exactly right there. Actually right there, just to be sure, at 0.91512, which means we're actually expecting to make approximately 98 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone won't be ranging higher than the level of a resistance right here at 0.92978, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 45 pips against 90 or actually 100 pips of profit. Moving now to the gold. Alright, so as you can see, my friends, the gold signal is about to reach the buy level, but I believe we can start buying the gold sooner than that. Let me just now get rid of the old signal and delete also the take profit level. Let me now tell you what we can do next with the gold. Now it's important to mention that the gold is actually facing right here a very strong key support level exactly at 1855.30, which means we have to wait for the gold to fall for about 140 pips before we can start buying it. I believe we can actually even buy the gold sooner than that. Check this out. This is of course the right way to draw the horizontal line in a way that the horizontal line itself touching every single candle on the support pattern, and that is exactly what I have done right here. And we can see that the market has repeatedly respected that level as a real level of a resistance. Then we had 1 and 2 fake breakouts from it. Now again, if we check on the right side, we can notice how the market has indeed respected that level again as the real level of a resistance. Then we had here the final bullish breakout from that level, which indicates that the gold, my friends, is indeed gonna continue the rise. Now it's also important to mention that we're having here a broken level of a resistance trend line just like that, and seems to me like the gold might actually fall again for about 100 pips before we can start buying it. Of course, that level of a support zone cannot be simply ignored. Check this out. So we're having here that level of a support and the lowest level of the support, which we are actually relying on to start buying the gold. So it seems to me like this is going to be the edge of the safe zone, which means the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging for many pips, actually maybe for 100 pips. I mean, let's just increase it a little bit more, just like that. So therefore, the edge of the safe zone, actually the safe zone, I mean, is going to be ranging for about 120 pips. Meanwhile, now for the take profit level, the take profit level is going to be placed almost as we have mentioned in the old video at 1900, just to be sure exactly, just right there. The take profit level is going to be 1900 exactly. Just trying to match it. Yeah, 19.51 is going to be our take profit level. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the USD pair and for the gold. And hopefully, guys, it's gonna be this time working well, and hopefully we will make all together a big amount of profits. Of course, I want to remind everyone to give a try to the VIP signals. The new shape and the new form of the VIP signal is so nice, it's so profitable, and it's really so careful, I mean, about the funds of the clients, since we're actually providing them right now the recommended risk to reward ratio, risking 1% of their capital to gain 1.2%, and risking 1% again to gain 4.8% if they're actually aiming take profit number 3. This is very cool and very helpful update for the VIP signals. We have promised everyone to bring them a good update and improvement in the service, and I believe we have done that correctly. Hopefully everyone is gonna enjoy the service, and hopefully it's gonna be good for everyone. So of course, until then, I hope that it's informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.